Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to another movie review for Anime Month. And now, since I reviewed Heaven's Lost Property, the two seasons, now I'm getting to review the movie, which there are two movies though, but the second one never got released on DVD or released in English. Well, the movie is on YouTube. You can find it though, but it's in Japanese, so there's no English dub for that either. So I can only review only the first movie, so that was released. But I'm saying, Funimation, both these seasons I just reviewed those two seasons for Heaven's Lost Property, released, in which I forgot to mention that Funimation does a good job with most the DVDs I got though. But Funimation, I should say that Funimation should release the second movie on DVD as well for release in English. So I will just say before I get into this one, this is Heaven's Lost Property, the movie, the Angeloid of Clockwork. Just really quick about the second film, well as well as this one though, but it leaves a couple of things that's with the manga series it's based on. Some things that's never, I forgot to mention that something is never established in the animated series as well, the movies, that the bad guy, the master of the villain of our series, the master of the synapses, he never gets his comeuppance in the anime. He does in the manga series though, but from what I read, looked up though, but not in the anime series. Which I watched the anime series, like I was waiting for some of this guy to guess what's coming to him though, but apparently not, sadly. I mean, not in the animated series, not in the movie, or in the other movie as well. So, but as well as in the anime series, when towards the end of the manga series, where Tomoki has a fight with the Master of the Synopsis, using that core, the super core that Icarus had. When I guess at the end of the movie, the second movie, which is same as happens in the manga series, where he uses a super core of hers to fight the Master of the Synopsis. So yeah, it happens in the manga series, but I would like to see that established in the TV show though. But sadly, that's never, they led to like that. So it's kind of disappointed. I was kind of disappointed, and that's one problem I have with the anime series, that it's in the manga book series though, but I want to see that in the anime show. And yeah, so that's never established in the anime series. And then one thing I forgot to mention, one more thing before I get into I want to get into the movie though, but it's one quickly I want to mention before I forget though, that Daedalus, the blue-haired angel who's been seeing in Tomoki's dreams, if you read the manga book series, that she's actually the real Sahara. You know, Sahara, that's been the childhood friend from Tomoki growing up with, and one that she's always karate chopping whenever he's acting like a pervert, basically. Yeah. So in the manga series, which that's another thing that's not established in the anime series either. They don't bring that up either though, which is another disappointing thing. That in the manga series, Daedalus is the real Sahara. Is the manga series that was established in the fourth episode where she's talking with Icarus Sahara. She's saying that she used to get really sick when she was a little kid. Well, in the manga series, that Daedalus, she did dream. She went in the capsule to dream, where she created her body, the earthbound body of herself. But since when she was a kid, she got sick and she died. And since what's going to happen, the same thing in this movie with Hiyori, which I'll get to though. But Daedalus, her earthbound body was disappeared, and she could never have that same dream again. So she created a clone of herself. Hence, we got the Sahara. We got from the manga series though, but it's basically it's the Sahara we get in this series too. So it's not established in this series though, but we read the manga series. You see that in this show, Sahara is the one we know in the series. She's actually the clone of Daedalus. So, just to quickly establish that, if anyone knows about that, who's read the manga series or not. So yeah, going almost 6 minutes in. So I just want to quickly establish those two things. The problems I have with those that is the manga series that's not established in the animes in this TV show series, sadly. But yeah, okay. Now getting into the review at hand. Heaven's Lost Property, the movie, the Angeloid of Clockwork. I do like the movie. Although the first how long is this? It's on for 95. Yeah, it's on for 95 minutes, but a good the first half and as well as the middle of the movie. It's a recap of all the episodes from most of the episodes of the first 2 seasons. It's a recap because the reason why it's a recap because this movie is actually mostly focuses on Hiyori, which we saw introduced in the second season when Sugata, when he went to the synapses, he was jumping from place to place and no one was seeing him. He saw a girl saying that she likes Tomoki, and when he was in the synapse in the dome, he saw the same girl in the capsule. So that's the real Hiyori. So the film is about basically her, and it's a recap of the first half of the movie is a recap of the episodes from the first 2 seasons, and it's done from her point of view, is where she's been throughout this whole time of the first 2 seasons. So I thought that I like that. It's a recap though, but it's done from a different person's point of view, which I thought I did like. So I'm not gonna recap all the episodes that I explained though, but just only for the little bits, just to speed things up. So, but yeah, and I did like the character of Hiyori. She's like a very sweet, shy girl. And how it opens where there's this thing, a giant chicken that is attacking the school, so Tomoki has Icarus make Sahara become a giant, but he only did that not to justify the chicken, but so he can look up her skirt. She goes and freaking steps on him. But and after that though, and then get the first piece of the music that I like. It's just it's a sweet soul music. Well, how it introduces when we first introduced to Hiyori. It cuts to the synopsis. It first shows the real Hiyori asleep, dreaming in her capsule, because she's actually an angel. So she's asleep, dreaming in her capsule, and it introduces that she narrates who she is and who she is and how she could show how her living But basically, I think that her earthbound body that's down on Earth does not know that she's actually not the real herself, basically. But she tells us she's loved living in Sarami City, and she tells her how much she loves Tomoki, but she doesn't. She's very shy around it because she works in this garden, and wherever she sees Tomoki, she's afraid that he's going to criticize her the way she's dressed when she's working in the garden. And then as the recap from the episodes, when Tomoki asked Icarus when he wanted panties, and Icarus ordered all the panties, all the girls lost their panties before flying away. Well, it cuts to her when she was there at school. Even her panties got taken away, and all hers go flying with all the others. Or when the time when she was at the music festival, which I forgot to mention in the episode. In that, I forgot to mention in my review of the 2 seasons. There was an episode where they go to this their school is having a festival, and there's this other rival school performing a band, and Tomoki has everyone else do this to create their own band, and Icarus does a singing well, she sings very well. She sings a song called "Falling Down," and like she was there watching. She's there for most of most of the episodes that we've seen in the show. It's come from her point of view, where she's been in those episodes, like the time when they're first doing that tournament in the first festival we saw, where they're shooting guns at each other. Like, she even participated in that tournament as well. So in times where she was like talking to other characters like Sugata or Mikiko or whatever. Or let's see, what other ones? There was another episode I forgot to mention in the second season where it's snowing and they're having a snowball fight for boys against the girls. Forgot to mention that one, and she was there as well. So she's just recapping what she has about experience from the previous episodes, but from her point of view, which I liked. It's a different take, kind of refreshing thing on that. Where, okay, yeah, it would have been totally boring. It's like you could cut most of that stuff out though, for recapping, showing flashbacks though. But I would usually say that it would make the film a lot shorter though. But since it's told from a different person's point of view, I prefer that though. Like her, where was her parts in all those episodes which she participated in. So now it cuts to after, since all those episodes are done. It cuts to from then on now. She wants to join the club that they're doing, where basically Sugata's club, the New World Club. She wants to join the club, and even Sugata, since he's the only one who knew about, other than Nymph and Icarus knows about her. Sugata knows because he saw her in the real her in the capsule. He goes, you, why are you here on Earth? So she wants to join the club. And Tomoki doesn't want her there. And so he goes and lies to her by saying, oh, you want to join the club? We can take these purity tests. So basically he wants her to take these ridiculous tests, that think it'd be too embarrassing for her to do, then makes her want to leave. But she actually does all the tests that he wherever he comes up, like first, like, you need to, look through the spyglass and look at all these girls over here, or wear this certain outfit, or other type of his perverted mind wants her to do. So, but yet she passes all of them, and then you get to one point where they all hang glide together, having fun, and even though it's all good though, but Nymph tells Icarus that they shouldn't be anywhere near her because they know what would happen. And until one point where they were there, the girl, Sahara, and the other girls were spying on her when she was with Tomoki. They assumed that they were on a date, they were having a little thing, and they jumped to the wrong conclusion. So, and then to one point where she's gardening, she's wearing the outfit where she's like dirty though, and she doesn't want Tomoki to see her like that though. But until she starts commenting, oh, you grew these yourselves? They're very good, until she comes to realize she says, she goes and flat out tells him that she loves him. Goes in straight out and says, I love you, Tomoki. And then by the next day, they were gonna meet her at this one place because apparently she met him when they were little kids in this certain one spot that she liked to go to, where it overlooks the city. So the next day, he was gonna meet her there, which I didn't think and then well, I'm sure it's a try moment though, but some people wouldn't think of it, but it made me go like, oh shit, It made me go like, oh shit. She gets hit by a freaking truck. She gets run over by a truck. And I was like, oh man, damn, So, now that she died, the earthbound body of her died. That body starts disappearing, and the existence of her gets erased from everybody's memories, well, except for Tomoki. And Sugata, who was in the synapses, he starts realizing something is happening, so he runs back in there, And then he finally meets with the master of the synopsis. Kind of taunts him, saying, "Well, you won't do well. All this won't matter because you would forget everything you would know anyway." So he doesn't kill him though. He just goes and lets him go because he would forget everything anyway. So since she was been erased, everyone forgot about her except for Tomoki. Like they show the pictures that they took with her. She's not in the pictures, and Tomoki has these little like she actually dropped these little bells that she wore in her hair. So he has it, and he's like, something fishy's going on around here. So and then it cuts to the real Hiyori. She wakes up and. It was a sad. You know, I felt really bad sorry for Hiyori. You know, since she's been such a sweet, kind girl though. Because well, the same saying you know, why do bad things happen to good people? You know, but she wakes up. You know, the real her. She's an angel, right? Her wings, right? And she goes, you know, I'm awake. No, please send me back into the dream. And then the master of the synopsis goes, you wanted, you know, being the cold-hearted bastard that he is. He's like, you wanted your dream, and you had it. Mewing for 2 hours after the fact is just ungrateful. Your little charade has come to a messy end. You've been purged for their memories. You are nothing to them. And it shows that Tomoki is the only one who still remembers her. And he's like, you can see him again, you know? Just so long as you like mind making certain sacrifices. So Nymph and Icarus tell the truth. He gets pissed for keeping it from him. But in they send something that's all three of them, Nymph, Icarus, and Astria. They see Hiyori, but she gets turned into an Angeloid type Zeta. And which is like hard to see from that cover. That's where her what she looks like right there, or probably you see right there. So, or right here, if you look right closely though, right there. She has like this big huge mechanical mechanism right behind her. She can probably like control like certain things. So she takes a piece of one place and puts it into another place, and she's there to destroy the 3 Angeloids. Which eventually they destroyed. They do destroy the mechanism behind her though, but that's still not freeing from her control. And then when Tomoki interferes and the master of the synopsis, you know, he gets pissed like, what? Damn that Tomoki. What are you waiting for, Zeta? Destroy him! But thanks to Tomoki, he and Icarus, Icarus creates a force field to shield from the explosion that she was supposed to do. You know, her collar has the self-destruct mechanism. So eventually, Icarus was gonna put herself and Hiyori inside the Aegis, the shield basically, to prevent the explosion from destroying the whole town. But since Tomoki went inside because he wanted to snap her out of it, like he told her about the spot that you wanted, the spot that you love going to, and even puts her bells back in her hair, and then she snaps out of it. She comes back to her senses, starts remembering. And she starts crying, and but she can't stop the self-destruct sequence, so she hacks into Icarus to lower the Aegis, and she kisses Tomoki, and it was very sad. It sucked what happened to her. Although in the next movie, which has not been released, though, she does come back though. But just how the way it ended with her, how we established this sweet, kind girl. All of her, you know, want to be her time on Earth. Also, she becomes an Angeloid. Her life got taken, the birth by though, and then she has to sacrifice herself to save everyone from being killed. And I was like, oh man, that just totally sucks. I just felt bad for Hiyori. Man. So she's say again. She starts drifting off, flying high up, and saying that Tomoki, even though you're the reason why I come to stay and love Sarami City so much because of you. I know our time together on Earth was short lived, but I had the time of my life, and I really do love you. And then she self-destructs, explodes, and her feathers drift down, and Tomoki breaks down and starts crying, saying, "I wanted to save her, but I couldn't, and I'll never forget her." And then during the credits, with Suhara, she has her scrapbook, all the pictures that she took, though. Because remember, when her first body died, she was erased from her memories, and the pictures too. Images of her were also erased from the pictures. But when she leaves the room, Icarus starts reappearing in the pictures. And when Tomoki is staying in that one spot where they both liked, her feather starts drifting down. You hear the sounds of her bells ringing. Pardon me. You hear the sounds of her bells ringing, so indicating that she has come back. Because in the next movie, which is titled Eternal My Master was called, Hiyori has come back. Now that she's an Angeloid as well, so. But just how the way it ended like that, it just sucked because I felt so bad because I liked Hiyori. I just felt bad for her character. Just felt bad for her. But yeah, but it was good. Okay, she came back, so that's good. In the next week, but I wish Funimation would release the second movie so I can get a better understanding, because I know how that film ended because I watched the Japanese version on YouTube and how it ended just like how it was in the manga series, except afterwards that's when Tomoki fights the Master of the Synopsis, which is not established in that movie. So that's the one problem I have. Well, two problems I have with the series. That's the Master of the Synopsis. He did not get his comeuppance in the show like he did in the manga series, and it's not established that Daedalus does not say that she's the real Suhara. She doesn't tell Tomoki that she's the real Suhara. The one that's been living with him is a clone. So, like it was in the manga series. So that's two problems. The Master Synopsis, they never got his comeuppance like in the manga series, or neither did Daedalus does not tell Tomoki that she's the real Suhara. Because at the end of the manga series, Daedalus does karate chop him. Hence, that's why Suhara does that. So, yeah, but Heaven's Lost Property, the movie, the Clockwork, the Angeloid of Clockwork, I really do like this one, especially because it's not about Tomoki. It's mostly focusing on Hiyori. This is Hiyori's story. And I like the music, especially how it played in the beginning when we first introduced to with Hiyori's character. You get that sweet, subtle music that was playing when we first see Hiyori in this movie. But I enjoy the movie. I just wish the last movie gets a release by Funimation. So Funimation, come on. You release this movie, release the second movie on DVD so we can better understand in the English dub version instead of the Japanese. But if you prefer watching in Japanese, it's on YouTube, so. But I enjoy Heaven's Lost Property, the whole series, the animated series. But yeah. But so I enjoy the 2 seasons, and I do enjoy the movie. And since I did see the second movie on YouTube, it's not that bad. It's not that bad of one, but I think this one I prefer more than the second film, though. But anyway, yeah, just real quick, I like the characters, for the comic, for all both stuff series and the movie I like the characters, especially with the certain dark moments and the action, bits of levity and all that stuff. Yeah, I do enjoy the series. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed my reviews of the 2 seasons of Heaven's Lost Property, and I hope you enjoyed my review for the Angeloid of Clockwork. I do enjoy the characters. I enjoy the whole series. It's one of my favorites. Definitely one of my favorites of my collection of the animes. This is one of my favorites. So, but yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more coming on for this month, for my birthday month of Anime Month. Later.